Well now, it's only a few days away from Christmas, and I haven't done the wishing you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year film yet. In fact, I don't even know where I'm going to do it, because I normally transport myself to somewhere that's got a decent number of Christmas lights hanging above their main street. I used to go over to Shrewsbury, but they mess about with the road system over there and kind of pedestrianise the town centre, which sort of messes up my filming. Anyway, that's yet to come, and I've no idea where I'm going to do it. This is a different one. I'm going to be taking a familiar route to a familiar place, the one place you can pretty much guarantee to catch up with me at, if ever you feel the need to do that. Yeah, I'm off over to Dragon Soul, but there's a bit of a difference today. They've got a Hailwood replica Honda. I think it's a 4-cylinder one, which would make it a replica of the 500. Now I'm not more from an off-road background myself, so I'm not well up on the road racing scene, particularly the vintage road racing scene. But I think how it went was, back then they had more classes than they do now. So they had a 50, 125, 250, 350, and it was either 500 or unlimited, I'm not sure. But Honda entered some absolutely outrageous machines that would rev up to and over 20,000 RPM, which is crazy when you think that was the 1960s. But I think I've got this right. Correct me in the comments if I've got it wrong. I don't remember the designations, the numbers. They were all RC with a number after them. That bit I don't remember, but I think remember that the 50cc was a twin. The 125cc bike was actually a 5-cylinder bike. The 250 and 350 were 6-cylinder bikes, and the 500 was a 4. And I think it's a replica of the 4-cylinder 500 that they've got in parked inside Dragon Soul. I'm not 100% certain, but we'll find out when we get there. But anyway, these things were so way ahead of their time. But it was, what was his name, Sashiro Honda, the big Mr. Honda himself. He said, right, I can beat the British and the Europeans at their own game here, and he did. Amazingly. I mean, these things were so madly over-engineered in the day, and technical and quick. But it's the thing that gets me is people often talk about, they cite Formula 1 cars and the way they get the V6s in Formula 1 cars to rev. Well, the motorcycle boys, and actually, in fairness, Honda, even their early cars, used to have a pretty high red line. Yeah, a big, huge part of history that I wasn't. I'm not quite old enough to have been there, sadly. But I've seen people on display laps and parade laps. At the TT actually mostly, but I have seen them around and about. these multi-cylinder Hondas screaming around, and even now, even here in the 21st century, it's pretty damned amazing what they achieved. Anyway, we'll go and have a look at a replica, which I don't know what they've done, whether they've taken a Honda 4 engine and made it just look like an old bike, or done something similar to what Alan Millyard did. He chopped 2 Yamaha 4-cylinder engines up and made a 6. I've seen that bike. That's incredibly well done. The fact that it's got a Yamaha engine in it kind of takes the edge off it a little bit, but nevertheless, well done, Mr. Millyard. I believe Millyard, you did chop the Yamaha engine up. Because it was all pretty symmetrical, so it wasn't too difficult to chop 2 engines up and add a pair of cylinders off one onto another. I can't remember how he's done it, exactly how he did it, but there's extensive videos of him feeding the robins and the hedgehogs and hacksawing engines up, and I think that's the more amazing thing with Alan Millyard. The fact that he does everything that he does with basic tools, really. He's got a lathe and various other sort of basic workshop tools. Yeah, multiple reasons for being out and about today. Maintaining my sanity. Going and having a look at this Honda race replica. And making a film, no, that's just a bonus to making a film bit. We've just been getting over a load of storms, like very, very high winds and heavy rain that was coming down sideways in the UK, so in fact that was on until yesterday. Today's the sun's out, it's cold, it's still a bit damp underfoot, under wheel, but it's good enough for me. It's dry enough to film. If the weather had been bad all week, I still would have gone and looked at this bike, this Honda race replica. I just wouldn't have filmed the journey up there. I probably would have gone up in my car. But I've explained before, the reason being I run a wired microphone on this camera, so it isn't waterproof, but it's strapped to the front of my helmet, so if it's bad weather, I can't film because I'm not prepared to trash an expensive camera. been looking. I've got a wireless microphone, which I'm actually gonna. I've got an SLR camera, and I'm probably going to attach it to that and do some of my static stuff with that camera. The problem with the wireless microphone is it's bulky. I'm not sure I can get it tucked into the chin piece of my helmet. It's also bulky, the sender unit, the bit that plugs into the camera. So I would possibly have to relocate my camera as well. Anyway, that's it with the excuses. Few cars here, no bikes. Well, I'm warming up with a hot drink. Right next to the Honda RC replica. Now, I haven't looked around it yet, but the first thing I'm noticing is that back brake drum is on back to front. The air scoop's facing backwards. Maybe he couldn't. Oh, it's got one facing forwards as well. Okay, that's an air exhaust then, I guess. Ah, cool. Okay, I take that back. So we're talking a 4, no idea what engine it is. And look at that skinny little tyre.
Just a coincidence. So I thought, well, equal a match. So you guys were saying, we can get these two together. So I said, you know what? Yeah. That's bizarre, man. So
No idea what engine that is.
yeah, so I thought we would get them together.
It might be one of those 254s that revs to about 20,000 RPM, but I don't know for sure. Impressive. Oh, the fairing isn't alloy.